Cobra Kai is such a unique phenomenon. Karate Kid was a huge sensation back in the 1980s, but it is fair to say our taste in movies and shows has shifted a lot since then. Now we are surrounded by multi-million-dollar cinematic universes and massive franchises. With a zeitgeist so intent on giving us expansive productions, a comparatively mid-budget show that continues the story of a famous 80s hit carries a great risk, so seeing Cobra Kai become popular is a delightful surprise. And now, it is about to say goodbye to us with a highly expected final chapter that will end the series for good. So, when is Cobra Kai saying goodbye, and will this goodbye satisfy us? Let's talk about it. I feel like many of you would agree with me when I say Cobra Kai is a kick-ass show. This is a show that has a cast of compelling characters that rival each other in terms of depth, incredibly thorough storylines, and all-around sincerity. Add the stellar performances from the cast, and you have a winning formula. I do believe we have to give Cobra Kai the credit it deserves because it manages to deliver exciting narratives season after season. And the creators of the show are not done yet. As many of you probably know, He's sixth season is the final season. With Season 6 Part 3 on its way in early 2025, we have 5 more episodes to see how this absolute journey that started as a YouTube Red show concludes. Do you guys remember YouTube Red, by the way? What a time that was. Anyway, although I am crushed by the fact that there will be no more Cobra Kai soon, I also applaud the producers for deciding to end the show. You know you have a good team working behind the scenes when people refuse to stretch a story and give it an ending when it's due. To quote Josh Heald, the co-creator of Cobra Kai, "We did always know how the show was going to end to a degree. For the bigger characters, we did know how it was going to end. We never could have predicted just how many characters we would acquire along the way, who deserve their own bombastic endings as well." And I agree with Josh here. We saw too many shows that went on for too long and lost all the goodwill they garnered from their audience. I won't name any shows, but I am sure you guys thought of some examples. Even though the show's creators don't want to overextend the story, they are also not afraid to give it the necessary time to wrap up its story. This is a story with a massive cast after all, so having the final season be 5 episodes longer is the better decision. By the way, I am dying to know which character is your favorite. I am more of a Hawk person myself, but I'd love to hear what you guys pick. Let me know down in the comments. With the end of Season 6 Part 2, we are faced with the highest stakes of this show. And let me remind you, we have had some high stakes before, but nothing like this. Quan's death is a big turning point for the show. The tone is now a lot darker for the finale, and I have to applaud the creatives for taking this risk. In a show with massive fight scenes, having an actual character die is a big risk. Were you guys expecting this? Were you surprised as I was? To be honest, after Miguel's paralysis back in Season 2, I wholeheartedly believed that the show wouldn't be able to top that. But here we are. What are some other Cobra Kai moments that shook you to your core? And was Quan's death impactful enough to dethrone them? Let me know. Since a contestant has passed mid-tournament, is Sai Taikai, the global karate tournament, under the risk of cancellation? It certainly seems that way. But with the biggest tournament of the show's history gone, how are we going to get a satisfying conclusion? Has Quan's death raised the stakes too high? Let me know what you think will happen in Part 3. I think we are in for an interesting finale. I believe the tournament will eventually resume despite the scandals. A dojo will eventually win the tournament, that's for sure. And in the meantime, we will see an amazing fight between Axel and Robbie, which is everything and more that I could expect from the show. A newly released sneak peek shows Robbie kicking Axel while Danny being attacked by a group of skeletons. And honestly, I'm already more than hyped. With a stage this big, I can confidently say that we are in for an exceptional finale. Whatever happens, one thing is for certain: Cobra Kai won't disappoint with its finale. I already asked about your theories, but what about your wishes? What do you want to happen in the finale? Tell me all about it down below. The final chapter of the Cobra Kai saga will be out in early 2025, meaning around January 2025, and I personally cannot wait for it. Until then, don't forget to drop a follow to learn about the latest updates on the next part of Cobra Kai. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.